Hey everybody, it's Russell from What Drives Us. Welcome to our review of the 2019 Lexus LC500. From the outside, the Lexus LC500 looks like any other standard luxury coupe, supercar slash whatever you want to call it, which is to say it's amazing. Now, of course, this styling entirely subjective. You may love it, you may not love it. I will say this, unlike any other car I have ever driven for What Drives Us, in the 10 years that What Drives Us has been around, no car gets as many comments everywhere I go as the LC500. And keep in mind, I live in an area with a lot of high-end cars. There is no shortage of that. So the LC stands out. If you're a quiet, shy, retiring person, this might not be the car for you. It is an amazing car. Coming with 20 or 21-inch wheels and the low-slung styling of the LC500 is going to attract people, again, wherever you go. And you don't spend $100,000 on this car and probably not want a little bit of that attention. That's okay. But keep in mind, the styling isn't just styling. This is practical styling for performance. Lexus has designed this vehicle to actually drive like a monster that it is. And I'm going to get into that in just a second. So what is it that makes the LC500 so special? Well, a couple of things. One of them is the power plant. We're talking about a 5-liter V8 that delivers 471 horsepower. Let me say that one more time, 471 horsepower. That is a lot of ponies to move this 2-seater coupe. And believe me, you will feel it. It goes. Gas mileage, well, again, you don't spend $100,000 on this car to go 168 miles an hour on the track and get high MPG. Lexus rates it at 16 city MPG, 25 highway MPG. I don't even know how that happened. I got to tell you, my MPG was much closer to 16, if not below that. And this is the kind of car that you're not gonna hypermile in. Now you could, but you're not going to, because you didn't buy this car to go 40 miles an hour in the right lane on the freeway. But it's not just about power plant. The 10-speed automatic transmission in this vehicle was reprogrammed from the 2018 introduction. It is smooth, it is fast, it is quick, it is amazing. The brakes, 15. The important thing to remember about the LC500 is it gives you power and control. You can power this thing through corners that will blow your mind. And obviously that was Lexus' intention in building and designing, engineering, and building the LC500 the way they did. So a vehicle isn't just the exterior. As my friend Tony Schaefer so astutely pointed out, oddly enough, we buy cars because of the way they look, but we spend 99% of our time in the car where really what goes on outside doesn't matter much. And Lexus did not drop the ball when it comes to the interior. This vehicle is, for a car with the performance specs that this has, super comfortable. For a low-slung 2-seater coupe, the LC500 is relatively easy to get in and out of. A high driver's seat positioning helps with that, a little bit higher than most other cars in this class. Interior-wise, again, the materials are amazing. It is so well done. It is so perfectly executed. The seats are comfortable. For a car with this kind of performance, you don't always get comfort. Sometimes other companies don't care about your comfort. They're building a performance car, a car where you can feel the road and where it's going to do what it does. And it does. Lexus took a different approach, and that's why the name of this review is Taming the Monster, because this car is a monster, but it's very, very tame. Now, that may bum you out. You may go, oh, wow, I want something else from another company where I can feel the road and I'm not comfortable and I feel every bump and the steering. This is not that car. It just isn't. And I think that's a strength, not a weakness. But other people, we all look for different things. Lexus did a fine job of making this car fast and giving it cornering ability and comfort. You could drive this car for a long distance if you wanted to. You wanted to cruise this bad boy on the highway? I think it would work pretty well, actually, which is not something I would say in the average, again, two-seater sports car realm. It is very nice. The Mark Levinson stereo system, superb. Now, the downside, and this sadly applies to most vehicles, but again, especially in a car this price and this luxury level, the infotainment system is dreadful. The control system is hinky. It has that control pad with a thing. It's just not a good system. And at some point, Lexus/Toyota is going to fix this. But for now, you get what you get. At least the stereo sounds great. So downsides, we talked a little bit about the infotainment system, which is pretty subpar. Storage, you probably didn't buy the LC500 because you're going to Costco, and you're not going to go to Costco. The trunk is very small. The back seat, you could put some bags of groceries in, but you're not going to put many humans unless they're very, very tiny. This is a two-person sports car. You're not going to, it doesn't have a big utility factor to it. It is very nice. The Mark Levinson stereo system, superb. Now, the downside, and this sadly applies to most vehicles, but again, especially in a car this price and this luxury level, the infotainment system is dreadful. The control system is hinky. It has that control pad with a thing. It's just not a good system. And at some point, Lexus/Toyota is going to fix this. But for now, you get what you get. At least the stereo sounds great. So in the end, what do I think of the LC500? Well, I think it's an amazing car. And I think the one I drove was $102,000. And I think for that money, it should be an amazing car. And it does live up. It delivers value for that. I'm not probably the person that would ever spend $100,000 on this car, but it was wonderful to drive and kind of see what that pinnacle of Lexus driving technology could produce. And that is very much the LC500. Thanks very much for watching. Drive safe.